Well, good evening, Facebook family and friends. I been, keeping up on the latest in this this scandal for the minority is what it is. It's a small minority of rich people that that is so serious about uh, this health care bill and to repeal Obamacare. It's a minority of people. It's not that many people, and this Mitch McConnell is as big of a devil as Trump is, and how we do this, how we gonna need to do this, is to call him out by his name, Mitch McConnell, if that's how you pronounce his name. But anyway, I'm pretty sure my message is getting across, and uh, a number of our country constituents know who I'm talking about. And they tried to rush the healthcare bill through before anybody could uh, say anything about it. And this is what these people, these scoundrels, is what they are. The scoundrels, because they don't care about any of the American people lives. There's going to be a lot of people that will be marked to die. And so this is actually a war that we will be fighting. This is actually a war against evil people. This is the apocalypse that we are seeing taking place right now. And so if you ever wanted to sit down and thought about what the apocalypse would be like, well, take heed. This is the apocalypse. And the apocalypse is such a small minority of people that it's trying to bring it out and look as if that it's the people, but it's not. It's the politicians and their lobbyists trying to get this healthcare bill through because of the money that it would save the rich. And people of America, we can stop this outrage. And if any of you are watching CNBC and CNN, now these are major news people. They're not anyone that you would want to look at like Fox. Fox News is just one news station that's trying to go up against the big boys. And the big boys are us. We are the majority. And the way you see it on television is the majority of the people that's complaining with the news stations. And it's the minority amount of people that's going up against Donald Trump and Mitch. And we need to get Paul Ryan on his job and start drawing up these papers of impeachment against this crazy man, because he most definitely is, as what I've been saying all along. You know, we look at the things that has been told to us in the Bible as though it is simply a fairy tale, you know, and or the boogeyman, okay? The boogeyman, if that's the case, the boogeyman is real. And we know who they are. They're in the secular world in which that we refuse to just know that these Jasons and Michael Myers and all these monsters that we see on television are in the White House. And so if the people don't stop making your appeals and screaming out loud, screaming out bloody murder, because that's what it is. It is bloody murder that these demons that are in the White House are trying to, simply because of money. They got a plenty of it, but still and all, it's not going to make them broke. They won't be broke. They are going against the American people. What is wrong with Americans doing for Americans? I don't understand. I refuse to try to understand, that this country is not patriotic, or the patriotic people that are the majority of the people in this country are just being ignored. And that's what it is. They're being ignored by these monsters. These devils is what they are. Beelzebub, Lucifer, Satan, and the devil with all of his demonic demons. My brothers and sisters, we can win. We really can. We can win. But everyone, this is why I say that this Facebook Live thing is a good tool for all of us to step up and scream and continue to just overload the media. Just continue crying out loud, because there are children that this healthcare provides help for. There are seniors that this health care provides for. And there are a number of other people that's not necessarily seniors or children. But this is who the health care most represent, and that is children and old people. And so we need somebody that's going to really fight the devil. And as I've been saying for quite a while, that Donald Trump is, in fact, the devil in the flesh. And so, if we continue to take the ho-hum approach about it as, it's not going to hurt anybody. Yes, it is. It will. And it is going to hurt a lot of American citizens. And so, as the newscasters are bringing it to the public attention that them people that are running the White House, and then we know that there's a conspiracy going on because of how the votes was tallied out with Russian interference. You know, and they're going to go down fighting. They really are. They are going to go down fighting for their crown and say that it was not any collusion with the Russians, but which it was. And not only that, if you don't notice and take notice of what's taking place, is when Trump had the Russians inside of the Oval Office, giving away American secrets. And, you know, that's treason. And a lot of places, people will go in front of the firing squad for betraying their country. And this is a very, very serious matter. Treason is definitely a serious matter. And this laid-back attitude that we got, it needs to stop. We need Republicans and Democrats to fight this man who has committed treason, and not only treason, but obstruction of the law. Yes, indeed. Obstruction of the law and treason. So, why are everyone in Washington, I mean, especially these people that call themselves Americans, are we going to allow someone to just come in and put us all in front of the firing squad? Because this is a serious matter. So people, get your heads out of the hole. Get your heads from out of your butthole. Wise up and recognize that those of you who don't believe that Satan exists, you're seeing it. He's all in front of you dancing. You're seeing him. And yes, he do exist. And is this collusion going to continue to go on to where we will look at Satan as if he is just a fairy tale or a scary story and that he don't exist? You know, I said it before and I'm going to say it again. The greatest trick that the devil ever put on man was when he made man believe that he did not exist. So, the only thing I can say is that I love my people every day. And I try to do my best to stand in my people's continuous stage of rest. And all I can only say is, this is me, King David D, telling you that I love you. Do you love me?